Hi, my name is John Savage. I'm the head varsity boys water polo coach at Piedmont High School. I'm here to talk a little bit about the program and encourage your athlete to come out and play for the boys water polo program this coming fall. To give you a little bit of background about the coaching staff, there's 3 coaches that we work with. It's myself, I'm in the right in the black jacket, Coach Rick Crumans, and Coach Chris Sazo, and we all work hand in hand with each other in all the programs, the varsity and the JV program. We all kind of fill in as needed. I'm technically the varsity head coach, and Rick is technically the JV coach, and Chris is technically our assistant. But we all fill in together. Between us, we have, probably 30 to 40 years worth of experience coaching and playing water polo. I played at Piedmont High. I swam Division I in college, and I've been playing and coaching water polo during college, after college, and I've been at Piedmont High for about 9 or 10 years coaching the varsity program. Rick played collegiately at Cal and has been coaching with me for the past 5 or 6 years, and Chris has been with the program for about 7 years. He's played collegiately at Whittier. So we run the gamut of experience. It's hard to find a more experienced staff with us playing at all levels of the sport. Our coaching philosophy is that we expect students to get better every day, and that comes in the pool, in the classroom, and beyond. I'm a teacher at the high school. I teach chemistry and anatomy. I teach honors chemistry, and I teach the anatomy and physiology course. So I have the opportunity to interact with a lot of these students, and it's truly a joy to have them in the classroom as well, and they get that same intensity and expectation and effort from me the whole time, and I expect the same from them. We also expect them to develop as human beings and become better human beings, and that's definitely something that's built into our program. In years past, we've run the Coaching Boys into Men program, which emphasizes, you can hear the bell going off because I'm at school recording this right now. The Coaching Boys into Men program, where we talk about expectations and how to handle challenges of high schoolers as they go through being a competitive athlete, being a student, being a growing boy into a man, and some of the challenges that they'll face in and out of the classroom, in and out of the pool, and in relationships with teammates, friends, and beyond. We also have other things built into the program where we will meet with police officers and nutritionists and other people that help us develop as better human beings and people. This past year, we were very successful in the very shortened season. We had a JV program that was made up of lots and lots of new bodies of people who have never played water polo before, and we went undefeated. We had an incredibly successful year from our JV perspective, even with only having about a 5 or 6 week program. Water polo is a challenging sport. I mean, it's one thing to know how to swim, it's another thing to know how to swim and play a sport at the same time. And we saw incredible growth from those boys that were part of that program. And so we expect many of those boys to come up to varsity next year, and we're excited for that. On the varsity side, we are 8-2, and we played very well and developed a lot. And just kind of as an FYI, I think all of our starters came into water polo as freshmen and sophomores with a 0 water polo experience and very little swimming experience. So if you are concerned about your lack of swim or water polo experience, that is not a reason to miss out on the fun of playing water polo. It is a hard sport. We say if water polo was easy, it'd be called football. But water polo is hard, and it only gets better though as you get stronger and better at the sport. So we had an incredibly successful year this year, despite only having pool time for 5 or 6 weeks. To go 8-2 on our varsity level and undefeated on our JV side. We are very happy with the development of the team. The expectation for the fall, though, is that we continue to get better. On our JV side, obviously, is to develop an understanding of the game and how we work as a team. We have a pretty simple team philosophy in terms of how we run our offense and defense, and it leads to a lot of success. And then on our varsity side, to continue to grow our water polo IQ. The game, if you're smarter, becomes a lot easier. And we saw that growth with a couple of our players this year, and we're excited to see where it takes us next year. For the summer program, we start the first week of August. And so if you would like to be a part of that, we have our preseason conditioning week Starts typically August 2nd or 3rd, whatever time we can get in the pool. This earlier the better. But we start grinding away. And it's a long season. We start beginning of August and we go until end of October for our JV program, and we go until hopefully the second or third week of November, depending on how far our varsity side goes in the playoffs. Traditionally, we have been one of the better teams in our division for North Coast section, traditionally making it to the second or third round of the playoffs, which is pretty impressive considering the fact, like I said, our varsity side this year was made up of guys who didn't come into high school with any water polo experience, and yet we continue to be one of the best teams in the area. And it's due to the dedication and the teamwork that this team espouses, and I'm lucky to be a part of. If you have any questions, I'm pretty easy to find. I live in town. You probably will see me walking around with my dog. But you can also find my email on the high school website. It's the standard email for staff, jsavage@piedmont.k12.ca.us. And I've also put down my Rick's Rick's email address. He's the JV head coach. But you can direct any emails to either of us. We'd both be happy to answer them. If you have any questions, please let me know. We're really excited about the upcoming season. And hopefully we'll see you in the pool.